What's up, guys? Welcome into Football Now, presented by Mimecast. Michaela Vernava here. We start today with the less than positive news that came out Thursday. Patriots wide receiver Josh Gordon suspended indefinitely by the NFL for violating the terms of his reinstatement under the league's substance abuse policy. Gordon releasing a statement prior to the announcement of the suspension via social media, saying, "I take my mental health very seriously at this point to ensure I remain able to perform at the highest level. I have recently felt like I could have a better grasp on things mentally. With that said, I will be stepping away from the football field for a bit to focus on my mental health. I would like to thank Coach Belichick, Mr. Kraft, as well as countless others within the Patriots organization for their continued support. I want to thank my fans for their support as well. I continue down the path to getting back to 100%. The team responding with a statement saying, "We support Josh Gordon in his continued efforts to focus on his health. His attempt to do so is a private and personal matter which we intend to respect." Support echoed throughout the Patriots locker room.
I think we have a tendency to become so infatuated with what's going on the football field as players, as media members, that we lose sight of what's going on with the man sometimes, and our number one concern is with him as a man. I'm thankful for, the approach he took here, how he was as a teammate. Enjoyed getting to know him and that process, and we'll continue to support him any way I can and be praying for him. But I think that's the number one concern, is just you want to see him be fine, be okay, and that's what we'll be praying for.
I wouldn't say hard for the team. I think we all care for him, a guy that was in the locker room. So he's a great teammate, worked his butt off while he was here. So I think for us as players, we wish him the best personally. Football comes and goes. We're all going to compete. We're all going to work hard as far as our jobs playing football. We're used to, I guess, adversity when it comes to just playing football. Lose guy injury, guy can't play in a game, whatever that is. But I think life comes before all of that. So I think we wish him the best and care about that more than wins and losses.
We turn now to Doug Kyde with the ways the Patriots can fill Gordon's void in this week's mailbag.
That whoever finishes with a lower seed between the Chiefs and Chargers would... I got myself confused. Hello and welcome to this week's mailbag presented by Mimecast. I'm Doug Kyde. If you have a question for me, tweet it to me at Doug Kyde using the hashtag MailDog, and I will try to answer it next week or in the upcoming future. First question here comes from Rob Ford, who asks, who steps up in Gordon's absence? It's a very good question. The Patriots do have a roster spot to fill with Gordon now officially suspended, but the guys who really have to step up are the ones who are currently on the Patriots roster. That's Chris Hogan, Philip Dorsett, maybe a little bit more targets go Julian Edelman's way. I think that James White will be more involved in the offense. And Rob Gronkowski, we really have to see for sure whether he's officially back, whether he can be the same player or not moving forward, because he certainly looked like his old self, at least a little bit, against the Miami Dolphins. Didn't look that way against Pittsburgh Steelers, but now there are more targets to go around for everyone. And I think that in the interim here and then heading into the playoffs, Chris Hogan and Philip Dorsett really are the 1 and 2 guys who have to step up moving forward if the Patriots hope to, first make the playoffs and then proceed in the playoffs once they get into the postseason. Second question here comes from Mason, who asks, trying to be real/optimistic, could 3 seed be not doomsday for the Patriots? Play Baltimore, Indy, or Tennessee at home, then play at Houston. Seems better than facing Pitt, Los Angeles Chargers, or Kansas City, and divisional at home. We aren't great on the road, but Houston scares me the least. I don't think that playing or having the 3rd seed is the worst case scenario for the Patriots just because of what you said. I think that playing here in the wild card round, Patriots aren't used to doing it, haven't done since 2009. But there's no one that's scary in the bottom of the AFC playoff picture, whether it is the Ravens or the Colts or whoever it might be. And then traveling to Houston in the divisional round, if that's what it came down to, there are certainly worse situations than that. The Patriots already did beat the Texans. It was at home. It was in week 1. The Texans definitely look like a different team at this point, but that's not as scary as having to play the Chargers in Los Angeles or the Chiefs in Kansas City. And then if the number 1 seed lost to whoever finishes with a lower seed between the Chiefs and Chargers, then the Patriots would actually be playing the AFC Championship game at home. And really, if the Chiefs and Chargers play, as everyone would expect in the divisional round, either one of those teams can beat each other. So Patriots would definitely be rooting for whoever finishes with the 5 seed there. So 3rd seed, not the worst case scenario, but the Patriots are probably still hoping to get the number 2 seed before the postseason begins, and that would take winning out and a Texans loss. Final question here comes from Adam DeLong, who says, do you think the NFL should create a versatile position? Many of today's players play everywhere, so creating a position for them makes sense. Cordell Patterson, Taysom Hill, Adoree Jackson, Jabril Peppers. I do think that positions, there's a lot of positionless players in the NFL these days. Cordell Patterson is a great example. He plays running back, he plays wide receiver, plays in the slot, he plays a little bit of H-back, and like you said, there are other players in the NFL who do this. I don't think they're going to change the name of positions, but I think that position names will become less important as the NFL continues to evolve. It's kind of similar to what we've seen in the NBA, where there's not, 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center out there. It's kind of a positionless basketball. I think we start seeing the NFL move a bit in the same direction. It can't go quite as extreme because offensive linemen still have to exist and everything, but I think that we will see more weapons like a Cordell Patterson, or Patriots just played the Steelers, like a Jalen Samuels in the future.
Now, let's get back to the task at hand, the Buffalo Bills, who Tom Brady owns. Brady is 29-3 lifetime against his division foes, the most wins by a quarterback against a single opponent. The Patriots manhandled the Bills 25-6 back in October, but this Buffalo squad is entirely different than the one they faced in Week 8. For starters, there's a different face under center. Josh Allen was injured when the Pats traveled to Bills Nation earlier this year. The rookie has just 10 games, 9 starts under his belt. And you know what happens when the Patriots play rookie quarterbacks. QBs with fewer than 20 games of experience are 0-11, with 12 touchdowns and 13 interceptions against the Patriots since the start of the 2016 season. Now, the Bills' defense has allowed 15 rushing touchdowns this season, the 2nd most in the league. So this could be a big week for the likes of Sony Michel and James White, the latter of whom has been quiet as of late. But offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels said that won't be the case this week, saying White needs to be more involved in the game plan. And for good reason. The Patriots are 9-0 when White totals 13 or more carries and targets. And they're 0-5 when he has 12 or fewer. 3 of those 5 losses have come in the last 5 games.
I just try to make the most of the opportunities that I get, whether it's more work, less work. You just got to capitalize on what you get.
Which brings us to the fact that the Pats have not yet clinched the AFC East, despite multiple chances to do so in recent weeks. So let's check in on the Pats' traveling bag of swag. With a chance to nail down the crown in Miami in Week 14, the Patriots' 2018 AFC East champions, hats and t-shirts, made their way to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Dolphins, where we witnessed that miracle under the sun. The Finns have officially trademarked the Miami Miracle, by the way, and the Patriots lost 34-33. So back home they went for a week of prep before relinquishing yet another opportunity to take the title at Heinz Field as the Steelers beat them 17-10. And now the bag is back at the Razor, hoping to be opened at home, and that's a lot of travel miles. The Patriots are not alone. No team in the AFC has yet to clinch a division, and there is a lot on the line this week. A look at the current AFC playoff picture. The Chiefs currently have control of the conference 1 seed, as well as a first-round bye. The Texans currently hold the number 2 spot. If the Patriots want to edge them out and punch their free ride to the divisional round, they'll need to win out against the Bills and the Jets, and hope that Houston loses one of its final 2 games against the Eagles and the Jaguars. Certainly not out of the realm of possibility. Now, with the most wonderful time of the year upon us, let's hear from Bill Belichick with the true spirit of Christmas.
Everybody out doing their shopping? Yeah, behind. This Christmas comes at an inconvenient time right in the middle of football season. Every year.
That's it for this episode of Football Now, presented by Mimecast. Happy holidays, everybody. We'll catch you next time.